Hey guys, welcome back, and holy shit, you guys are seeing me in my flesh, my skin, my everything, all my glory. Just got a fresh cut. Usually probably that's why I'm not on camera as much. I look like a wildebeest, but feeling good, got the fresh cut going on. Now today, I don't think you guys have asked this question a lot on YouTube, but in my own personal life, a lot of people have been asking me. They're like, Josh, what's up? Josh, what are you gonna do, about your 8th generation Civic Si? Are you gonna sell it? Are you gonna keep it? What's going on? So this video is gonna be made to address that. Now, I've had my 8th generation for about, my 8th generation Civic Si for about 6 years now. I had bought it in 2019 as a graduation present, and I usually say graduation very loosely because I didn't finish college. I realized I didn't need it, and I kind of went on my own way. And it was sort of a treat to myself. I wanted a really fun enthusiast car, and I've been looking around at the time. I've been looking at many different 8 gens. I've been looking at 9 gens. I knew I was going to finance it. I wanted something a little bit newer, a little bit more modern, and that I could daily drive, because I've been driving nothing but, like, I don't want to say like they're shitty old Hondas at the time, but they were pretty mint, but they were very old. They didn't ride all that well. When it came to like creature comforts, they barely had anything but a cassette player. That's what I had to deal with. Yes, you can put in an aftermarket deck, but it really wasn't all that much back then. So this was a very, very welcome upgrade. So basically, what is my future plans? Am I going to turbo it? Am I going to keep it NA? Am I going to do an engine swap? What the hell am I going to do with this car? Now, a lot of people have brought up the issue. Well, not really an issue. They brought up the fact that, you've had this car for so long, you're going to look for a new experience and stuff like that. And I'll be totally open and honest with you guys. I'm in no shape or form financially to buy another car, like to finance another car. Even though I could go out and do that, I rather not, because, just it's not that great of a time to do so. The economy is not so hot. People are losing their jobs left and right. Interest rates are sky high, and I really just don't see me or just putting myself in another payment. It just really doesn't make sense right now. Now, as for modification, that's a different story. So this video, I'm going to address everything that I'm going to be doing to the 8th generation, my 8th generation SI going forward. So number one is the stereo slash infotainment system. Now, I've had the stock infotainment system for a very long time, and usually Hondas in the past had pretty crappy stereos. Like, people will take them out right away, put in a single DIN, put in a double DIN, put in something with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, just to bring it up with the times, and also to upgrade the speakers, because largely these cars come from an era where, infotainment wasn't a thing. It was basically knobs and switches and buttons and stuff like that. It wasn't anything like how it is today. Now, granted, it is actually a pretty good audio system. If I can find a clip, this was like a while back. I drove an Audi TT RS. I don't think I can put the audio. I don't think I can put the clip in here because the music is probably copyrighted. But I drove the TT RS and I got in my car, and I was just amazed how my car. It was from the same era. It was I believe it was a Mark II TT RS, and the audio system in my car was far better. Like, the sound quality was better. It was much more clearer. The bass was better. Overall, which is better, which is kind of weird because I would think, the Audi's up here and my Honda's down here in terms of like class and quality. And that kind of like stood out to me. So the big reason why I want to upgrade my infotainment system is pretty much this is sort of my do-it-all car. And, this is my daily driver, and it's also my fun car as well. So whenever I want to go out with the boys, we want to do some back roads and stuff. One thing that I will benefit from that is just having a display of a map, because usually we go to new areas, we go to places where I don't even know, and it's just really nice to have just a touch screen. I don't have to be touching my phone. I can just do boop, 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 press a couple buttons on the touch screen, put in my navigation, I can see my music, and it's just less distraction for me. Even though a lot of people think screens are more distraction, it's actually more of a distraction to take your eyes off of the road to look at your phone, and I think that will be a better thing for me. Now, the second thing that I want to do with my 8th generation Civic Si, this is going to be more so the exterior mods. So one big thing is the condition of the paint. By far, a lot of people will say, your car is fine, the condition's really good. To a normal person, it's really good, but to me, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm OCD. I would probably rate it as probably a 6 out of 10. There is some problems with the paint. Typically, if you guys know, people have been saying this for many, many, many years, and it's been beat to death. But eighth generation Civics, not just the SIs, but all of them as a whole, and I think some Honda Fits are included as well. The paint just didn't hold up. The clear coat begins to fade. You can just look at it, and the clear coat is just like, yep, I'm ending my life. I'm committing suicide. That's how bad the clear coat is. My car has been repainted in sections, so not the entire car has been painted at once. So let's say one part didn't turn out good, they repainted that part. Like the roof is where they notoriously tend to go, and the roof has been repainted, so I don't have to worry about that. But the driver's side fender, the clear coat is starting to get that furriness that's typical of 8 gens. It's starting on the passenger fender, and on the trunk is kind of weird. It looks like a scratch. It's not a deep scratch, but it's really weird. Like the clear coat around the scratch is beginning to fail, and the rear bumper was repainted at some point, but the clear coat, I don't think they put on any adhesion promoter on the bumper. So the clear coat, I kid you not, if I can find a power or pressure washer that is very strong, I could probably pressure wash the clear coat off the bumper. That's how bad it is. It's pretty much a 10-footer car at this point. So a full respray is definitely in the works. And I kind of want to see if I can kind of do that just before the summer starts or midsummer. That's something that I want to do because, you know, it will just sprucing up the car, make it look better. And, you know, I don't have to worry about the paint for a very, very long time. And also, in addition to the paint, I would like to get new headlight housings. Now, the headlight housings I have are fine, but definitely they're showing their age. I have restored them myself, but you can see sort of the corner, the edges, the plastic. It's just, you can tell it's even when I finished, you know, clearing it, polishing it, putting in protective coating, you could still see, you know, the age of the plastic, and it's pretty much time to get new headlight housings, you know, to show off those new LED lights that I got off Oxylam, which is pretty good headlights. Like, they're pretty damn good, and I'm pretty surprised about that. And the third thing is something that is not really common, and I can show you guys right here. So this is pretty much a mirror, like any standard mirror, but this is an interesting mirror. This actually comes off an Acura CSX, which pretty much is the JDM Civic that we got here in Canada, but really it's just a Civic wearing a tuxedo suit. Now the cool thing about these is these are power folding, and they have indicators, side indicators built into them, which I think is really, really cool. Now, there's been some, you know, disputes online about, you know, if this will work or not, but I'm still doing research. Hopefully I can probably find a way to get to work, but I think it will be a nice, cool addition to the car. And obviously I'm going to color match it to the gray of the car. And I obviously going to take this off because I'm not a fan of this. Like I don't really need this. It's a little compact car, and I could see the whole end, and I pretty much know how big the car is. So I don't really need that. But this is definitely probably one of the bigger mods that I want to put on the car, even though it might not be a big mod to some people. I think it will be a nice addition, and it will make the Civic look a little bit more premium. Now in the interior, aside from, you know, the updated infotainment system, I kind of want to put the Honda Accord sunglasses holder because, you know, I need a place to put my glasses. I do wear glasses when I drive. I can't really see in the distance, so it would be really nice if I can keep my prescription sunglasses or a pair of glasses in the car instead of having to carry me anywhere. Now I can just throw my glasses anywhere, but I pretty much care about my glasses. I don't want them to get scratched up, so I think that would be a pretty decent mod to the car. But overall, I'm pretty much done with the power mods, the suspension mods. I will be purchasing new tires for the car. I will be getting more aggressive, more stickier tires because, you know, like I said earlier on, I want to go, you know, drive those back roads with my boys. You know, I want my car. That's pretty much what the Civic SI is meant to do. Take those back roads like a champ. And obviously I need some pretty good tires to do so. And overall, I'm not planning to do much because this is my daily driver and I don't want to go too crazy with it. Now, one other exterior mod that I wanted to do, which was the HFP kit, which includes some side skirts, the front bumper, the rear, and I think it looks okay. Like, I more so like how it looks on the coupe versus the sedan, but I've always liked the kit throughout the generations. The 7th generation got it. I even believe the Honda Fit got it too. I mentioned that before. And the 8th and 9th generation Civic SIs definitely got that kit. And I think it looks really cool. It makes it look a little bit more aggressive and, you know, brings a little bit of more of a sporty flair to the car, which is something that I've always admired about it. But it's just really, really, really hard to find a genuine kit. You know, you could go on eBay, you can go on any of these websites online to get replicas, but I don't think the, you know, fit and finish is as good as a genuine one, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. But that's pretty much it. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not going to turbo the car because this is my daily driver. Because if I do turbo the car, I will actually end up having to get another daily driver because that car is going to become undailyable. I'm probably going to run into some tuner problems and all that stuff like that. But yeah, those pretty much are my future plans with the SI. I'm planning to keep it for a little while because, you know, like I said before, I really don't want to be putting, you know, I don't really want to be putting money down. I don't really want to having any payments because right now the name of the game is trying to minimize my expenses to a point where I don't really have to worry about bills and stuff like that. But that's sort of the goal with HN. It's pretty much an excellent daily driver. It's probably going to stay like that right until the end. Now, for some details, it is not a garage queen. It has about 250K on it, so I do drive the car quite a bit. It is my daily driver, and you know, it just keeps on running. The air conditioning works, the heat works, it's got good sound. You can charge the car, you can charge your phone, not the car. Oh my goodness, I just called my car an electric car. You can charge your phone, not your car, and it pretty much has everything that I want the car to be. And I really just don't see a point for me to buy another car. But since I am into cars and I love enjoying new experiences, I'm in and out of so many different cars now. You know, I can experience different cars without having to buy another car, which is a very, I guess I'm lucky to have that opportunity, and I kind of want to continue that. Hopefully I can document some of that and share it with you guys. But yeah, those are pretty much my, you know, plans for the Civic side. Nothing too crazy, just mostly cosmetic, because over the years that I've owned the car, I've mostly tended to the mechanicals, make sure, you know, I was very diligent about that. Same thing with rust control. I was very diligent about that. Make sure, you know, any rock chips or anything, I touched up a little bit, because these cars love to rust where, you know, body panels meet. For instance, where the rear bumper meets the fender, in between there, that straight line, it tends to rust. I've seen other Civics that rust, and that's basically how rust begins with these cars. And that's just basically how it is. Honda makes really good cars. Their mechanicals are very strong. Where Honda is weak in this regard is the paint work and the body work. But other than that, it's a pretty good car. And that's pretty much my future plans with my 8th generation Civic SI. Nothing too crazy, you know, nothing dramatic, but yeah, those are my plans. And I hope that answers a lot of you guys' questions, and also my friends who so happen to watch my YouTube channel. All right, guys, this has been another video, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, guys, peace out.